out of the dark, Leave Your Mark t-shirt. So if you get a chance and you weren't able to come out and see, all the kids or students had these t-shirts on. And we actually met with a bunch of students. Well, I might as well talk for a minute while Matt's getting that battery. And the whole idea behind the march was to provide some leadership and give our students an outlet to get out and speak to the public. Because, you know, when you're young, it's kind of hard to get out and do those type of things because you're scared of drug dealers, and it's not cool to talk about these issues. And so, you know, we were trying to make this vehicle, and what I was really proud of is we had so many students kind of meet and talk. I said, well, just what's your thing? You know, what do y'all want to do? And they came up with the Leave Your Mark. They came up with what's your legacy going to be, stop drug addiction. And they also, and it's a shame that I can't show you the video, but they built these huge boards. And we had those displayed out there, and people would come and sign and leave their mark. And I think they're going to end up at the mall or somewhere on display, but it had such a huge impact. And actually, the kids or the students created, these were their ideas. So let's see if that thing will work. All right.
Okay, so I'm really nervous. This is like the story of my life. Being born 3 months prematurely is when my life began to be a child betrayed. I was 4 pounds and 1 ounce when I was born, so I stayed in the hospital for a while, of course. I don't remember much of what happened when I was a baby, but I do know my dad always stayed drunk and beat my mom, and my mom always stayed high. When I was 4 years old, my entire life changed. My mom was in a wreck, and it killed her best friend. I can remember standing on the porch screaming, "That's my mom." I ran into the fence and noticed my mom laying on the ground. Blood was everywhere. When my dad was perfectly fine, so he came to tell me what happened. He said he pulled my mom out of the car, but she was very badly injured. He then continues to tell me my Aunt Darcy didn't make it, that she had been shoved underneath the dashboard and killed instantly. My mom was flown to Elvis Presley Trauma Center where she was in a coma for a few months. My dad went up there probably countless times drunk. He acted like he didn't care what happened to her. When my mom came home, I told her how to learn to walk, talk, eat, and do everything again while I was taking care of a 2-year-old and 11-month-old. When my mom got a little better, her pain was unmanageable, so she began to use meth every day again. Because of ease of pain at age 5, my parents split up because mom was hurt being beaten, and my dad walked out of my life that day and never returned. My mom's drug use got extremely bad. All she wanted to do was get high. She never did anything with me or spend time with me. She was always locked up in her room. I remember one time I asked her what was the bandage on her arm, and she told me they were spider bites. When I was in 3rd grade, I almost got taken away from my mom, so she sat me down and told me what was going on. My mom stayed clean for maybe a month, and the drug use began again. My mom's boyfriend had left her because she wouldn't stay clean during that few months. I went without proper food and clothing. My aunt stepped in, and I had me and my brother move in with her so mom could get her life straight. When she was finally clean again, she was the best mom a child could ask for. We always had what we needed. She played games with us, took us to the park, and even went to school functions for the first time. I loved my mom being clean. She was clean maybe 6 months before meeting the man that is now my stepdad. He's a wonderful person, but he was a meth cook, so she instantly fell in love. She got back on drugs very heavily, and my life went downhill. They would give us their last $10 just to get us out of the house so they could do their thing. My mom got so mad at me sometimes. Well, this went on for about 3 years, and my stepdad's ex-wife introduced them to a program called Narcotics Anonymous, and they got clean. They got very active at first and got and stayed clean for about a year, and then they went to a family member's house and almost went to prison for manufacturing meth. But they told the truth until the cops said showed up right before they came in. Well, mom and my stepdad's drug addiction started again, except this time we lost everything, our house, our family, and the people that cared about us most. Well, when I was 15, I sat mom down and told her I was tired of living this life. 3 days later, she got clean on December 8, 2009. My mom and stepdad has gotten stayed clean since then. My mom is now my best friend, and I tell her everything. She's my hero and is here for me no matter what. There's a reason I told you this story, and that reason is through all this throughout my life. I've remained in school doing good. I've received many honor roll awards, President's Award, and now So with that said, no matter what you are going through, you can accomplish goals. Also, another purpose is that just because your parents are doing drugs, does not mean I have to. I'm 17 and have never touched a drug in my life, and my parents were horrible addicts. To every child out there with a parent that is an addict, don't give up hope. It can change. My mom did. Yes, she has many health problems, and I have to help her do a lot, but I'm a lucky one. I didn't lose my mom to that mean world of addiction out there. I'm lucky because my mom is here to watch me graduate in May. So if your parents are doing any kind of drugs, just talk to them and tell them about Narcotics Anonymous. They can find one near them. It really works, and it will help give you things back, like love you've never had before. Just please never give up hope on them. I didn't on my mom, and now look at us. Your parents can do the same as me and mine.
I'll give with a story of hope. Anyway, we'll probably have that up on the internet too, because she wants to share her story, and her mother wants to share her story, and we want to share her story, and hopefully we'll share other stories. But we can beat this addiction, and families can get back together if we just try.